long athletes, and then you got Marshawn and Eric Smith. So our special teams, we're going to try to get those guys ready to play. But really good first day with the young guys, old guys. It just was a hot one. We went no huddle, so it was a good day. So I'll answer any questions for you.
We'll open it up. Front row, Todd.
Over your first message to the team as you guys prepared to take the field out there this afternoon was essentially one of forget about last year. Was there any sort of lingering effects, or is that just sort of to set the tone for the first day of camp? I think another one was 4 to 6 and A to B.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry if you missed it. I didn't ever say anything about last year. I mean, that's been long gone for a long time. I'll make the comment, is there a chip on your shoulder and do this? I always take notes throughout the year, and if we have to utilize motivation, I've said this before, it's probably not a very good team. We'll use it, but you're looking at a bad team probably. So we're not, last year I think is in everybody's mind. I don't mind it being there, but we just got to get better and work out, and so I think those are all good storylines. If we do have to use stuff to motivate a team, we've had to. That's a bad team usually.
Front row, Bill.
Yeah, could you, Tracy Sprinkle was reinstated today. Could you talk about that process, where he might fit in, and also Tommy Brown this evening?
Yeah, Tommy Brown for playing time. He just wanted to go play. Tom's a good kid. Tracy Sprinkle, he was dismissed because of an arrest, and then some bad words were involved in that, like cocaine or something like that, and it was all dropped. And he was drug tested with the hair thing, which goes back 6 months, and if anything would have showed up, he's dismissed. Certainly anything like that. And it was all, and I was shocked because I've known Sprinkle for 2-3 years now. So he's been reinstated. When that was all drug things or there's nothing, I wanted to make sure before I did that. And we did our own research. And so he's going to have to pay he lost his scholarship in the summer, so he's got to pay for his scholarship. He's going to be suspended the first game. He's got every week community service and a multitude of other things to take care of business before he'll ever see the field.
Where's he kind of fit in that?
I don't know. He didn't play last year, so he had a good day, but we'll see.
Front row, Tim.
Yeah, Urban, the new rules that came about preseason practices and stuff, restrictions on when you can do 2-a-days every other day and stuff like that. How has that changed just the way you get a football team ready?
I think it's great rules. When I first came out, you start panicking, and now that I can't imagine having 30 practices in the spring, and then every day 2-a-days. I give the stories back when we were in college. It was every day 2-a-days. So, no, I think they're great rules. We've done, over the last 12 years, you always measure your training camp on your first 4 games. That's what I do, and I always go back and evaluate. But also now the concussion issue and the player safety. So we've adapted our practices, and other than that, I think it's all good though. I mean, I don't see a panic about all the new conversation. It's not legislation yet, but conversation about only 2 contact practices per week, et cetera. I think those are all good. Most teams don't. So I have not seen anything come across my desk that did you like that's not, you can't get a team ready.
Does that fall in line with what y'all are kind of doing now?
Yeah.
I mean, the two, and
I don't think I've seen anything come across our desk that we don't do already.
yeah. Thanks, man.
Front row, Austin.
Ruben, when you had maybe some off-season conversations with Braxton, do you get any sense that he is concerned or interested in what his legacy would be, what he could accomplish this year to leave behind?
I think we will. We never have. I think one thing he's missing is a championship. He went 12-0, but he needs a championship. And I think every great player is measured by championships, whether it be NFL, NBA, college football. And so we haven't had that conversation yet. But at the right time, probably. He knows. You don't have to have a lot of conversation with him about that.
So and you wouldn't mention just championships for this fall with him, or?
I will. I mean, I want him healthy, and he's a very intelligent guy that he gets it. So at some point, yeah. I don't, once again, I think those are all great things, but will that make him work a little harder? He's working pretty, if I have to, I'll use it, but once again, he's probably not working real hard to begin with if we have to use that.
Second row, middle, Bo.
Urban, Braxton, 100%.
100%. We the volume we're just being aware of. He wasn't as sharp today. Just throwing, just a little bit when he got tired. Started raising his left shoulder a little bit, but he'll be fine. And the attitude's tremendous, best shape of his life.
Everybody looks good without the pads on, but just from a body type standpoint, getting a look at these guys, there's some guys that jumped out to you.
Yeah, I think Mickey's done a great job. Yeah, I don't want to start because then I might get a phone call. Why didn't my? No, it was a good-looking team. The left guard on offense, that's the one. I'm about to say, where's all the focus to me is that left guard. What are we going to do with the left guard? Left guard, left guard. I see a good defensive line. I see a good group of backers where some young guys are going to play. I see long safeties that are corners that were moved inside. I see we're faster on the perimeter than we've been. I like our tailbacks and left guard.
Who are the candidates here?
Tony Underwood, Joe Hill, Chase Ferris, Billy Price.
Lindsey? In that bullet?
Probably not a guard, but maybe you know him and Jacoby right now working the center, along with Billy.
Far left, Dave.
Coach, can you talk about on special teams who your punt returner's going to be? Is it probably going to be Dontre Wilson? Is he also going to be primary kickoff?
We got a nice little group back there today when I was out there watching them. I mean, it was. You remember our first year? I think we opened the first kickoff.